Welcome to Knock Creek Farms. This is our first episode. I'm not going to do a first look at it because there's already quite a few first looks on the map. So I don't think there's any point in me doing it. So we will just... Let me just get this... Makes it look better. Get the full screen, full effect. Yeah, so it's our first look at this map, but not really a first look. So I've changed the equipment around. I've got myself this Scania, the man, and I got this truck. Even though it's a Russian truck, I think for this map it's actually suitable purely because the map is fairly rough. So it would work on this map. It would work on this map. Put it this way, you'll see as we go along that the map is very rough. So it's designed to be fairly rough. So what have I done? What we're gonna do today is we're gonna start plowing. What have I done? What are we gonna do today? We're gonna start plowing our fields. We're gonna put lime on our fields and hopefully start seeding. So because it's such a big map, you know, I'm gonna use courseplay quite a bit as my helper. So we do have quite a lot of fields. This is how I haven't bought anything, I haven't changed anything. This is how it is when you get into the map. So let's get going. Alright, so lime is the first thing. I was gonna plow first, but then I realized that it's probably a more realistic way to put the lime first, and I parked the tractor real good, didn't I? Yeah, so lime first, and then I will plow this field as well. So I will try and plow as many fields as I possibly can in this episode, so that way we kind of get that out of the way. I will give you my thoughts as we go through the video on the map, and we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna obviously use courseplay quite a bit. After all, this map has massive fields. It has some small ones, but has some massive fields as well. So it's probably best to do it in a way that it can be a little bit better, a lot more productive. So yeah, here we go, and I hope you enjoy it. I will, as we go through the video, I will give you my opinion on the map, and yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy it. So far so good. I like the buildings, definitely like the fields, definitely like the style. So we're just gonna get straight into it. Right, so field number 1 is plowed. So this is our first field that we are done with. One thing that worries me, and I will find out quick enough, is how the seeder and everything else is gonna deal with that kind of ditches in the field. That, like, again, you see it over here as well. I'm sure that the designer did this on purpose, because there's no doubt about it that he wouldn't have not seen that. So no doubt that he did that on purpose. Which, look, I'm not going to complain. In real life, you don't get perfectly symmetrical fields, if that, I don't know if that makes sense or not. So I'm gonna set up course play on this as well, and then I'll get onto that. See what looks like he's driving around. I'll see you in a little bit. Very curious to see how he's gonna manage these little islands, because it looks like he's gonna be driving almost straight on top of one. Or is he gonna miss it? Wow, he's just gonna miss it. Okay. So he's just missed that. Didn't get to see that little one. I thought he might get stuck on these little islands here, but looks like he's just missed the island. He might not miss this one coming back. No, he's just gonna miss it again. It looks like that was my best bet, the one on the left there, which looks like it is exactly what happened, just like this here. All right, so far so good. So far, I'm gonna get a much wider spreader than this. I don't think I can put up with this being these ditches are really interesting to me and how they're gonna be as far as seeding is concerned. Okay, well, have a look at this and then I'll call it. I won't record this anymore. I think you've seen enough of me putting lime. Oh, this is gonna be right on top of it. Do they have? Oh, okay. All right, so they don't have collision. All right, cool. That answers my question. Okay, we'll let him do his work. All right, field number 8. Here we go. I like the scenery of the map. The map is very scenic, so nice to look at, nice to work around. I like the grass fields, the fact that they're not just your very basic grass fields, which is really good. I like the fence, that is realistic fence. In some of the American maps they have those massive timber fences all around, which is unrealistic. No farmer would ever spend that amount of money to put such fences around their farm. It just doesn't make sense. So this is more realistic as far as, you know, the wire fence. It's more what I see in the real life farmers that I watch. So that you know, makes it really good. I like the grass fields. You know, I can see myself enjoying, and that sounds silly, to do grass. I don't really like the grass work because it's generally you know, quite a fairly sort of, I don't know, I just don't seem to enjoy it as much. I don't really know why, to be honest. I can't really think of an exact reason I don't like it. Because maybe because the fields are just boring and they're always you know, they look fake. Well, on this map it actually looks realistic. I come from Europe when I was a little kid, and my grandfather was a farmer, needless to say a tiny farmer compared to these, but a farmer nevertheless, and his fields were like this. They weren't even, they weren't perfectly manicured type of thing. They were, you know, highly uneven, pain in the backside type of thing, but that's how they were. And seeing this kind of brings back those kind of memories when I was a little child. You know, on my father's or my grandfather's farm, running through the fields, lots of bushes, lots of you know, uneven fields, and so on and so on. The only thing that's missing is the real life fruit trees that we used to get on my grandfather's farm, or the bushland area around the farm. But other than that, it's fairly realistic. And that's one thing that I like about this map. And there's a couple other American rustic something, I forgot the name of it now, and Simon's Family Farm, something like that. I'm not sure if they're made by the same guy that made this one, but they look realistic. They look similar to this one, realistic. and that's a wonderful thing. It's good to see these kind of maps. It's surprisingly that, you know, your bigger YouTubers like Dagwin doesn't pick these kind of maps to play on. That really surprises me, especially since Dagwin's doing this multiplayer, well, sort of not multiplayer, but two-player competitive maps. I always thought that this would be awesome for that kind of thing. Highly uneven, not so easy to do with workers. Like field number 8, for whatever reason, course play is not really recognizing it, so I'm not sure if it's because there's two course plays on one field, and maybe it's designed so it does not. Okay, it looks like I can go all the way to the edge over here. See, I like this, the way the sort of the grass is overgrown, which is again in keeping with reality. Okay, so it looks like our guy over there has finished. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go once around, and then I'm gonna set a worker on. I'm just curious to see what a worker will do, not course play. I'm gonna set a worker and find like one straight line, and I'm just gonna get him to go around and see what happens. Very, very curious to see what would happen. Even this I like, on how you have grass here and the field over here. Very clearly that you could very easily have extended this field to be over that grass area right next by the pond there. And the only thing that's missing, and you know, I would really like to see a map like this where the cows and the sheep would just be on one of these fields instead of inside. I'd sort of, when I downloaded the map, I played around with it a little bit and putting some of the sort of like outdoor pastures that are available. Problem is that the terrain gets modified heavily with them, so it would be nice for someone that knows how to do that in you know, when you design the map, to put those things in. All right, so now we're going to be looking for a straight line somewhere, and as soon as we find a straight line, we're going to put the worker to do the rest of it. Do you think this is it right here? All right, the worker's on it. Now I'm curious to see what kind of a job he's gonna do. I'll come back to this when it's a little bit sort of more advanced to see what he's doing. Okay, time to move to a new field. And I do believe that we own this field over here, right? Yes, we do. Wow, this is field number 21. That's one massive field. All right, so let's go to it. All right, so we're down to field 21. And let's have a look on what actually is going on and how the worker's gonna manage these. As you can see, it's got the field comes around, or is that a different field? No, that's field number 24. Okay. So that's another field altogether. Again, heavily undulated field. So we'd be very, very interested how the seeders are doing here. Might have to rethink the seeders that I got, the seeder that I got. Hopefully it will work out. All right, let's go along with him for a little while. So this thing over here, so I had to come and investigate. Okay, wow. So where is this taking us? Into the bushland. You can't really complain about it because it does actually, what field am I next to here? Next to 18, so that's my field as well. I do have to get a much bigger one of the spreaders. This is, no, not for this map. All right, we'll let him do his job and we'll come into it as he's done. Okay, so this truck is the one to go. I don't mind this kind of spreader. I actually see it's fairly popular in America, this kind of thing. I've seen it on a couple of YouTubers, farmer YouTubers that actually pay someone to come and spread dry fertilizer or whatever they do, and it's these kind of trucks. The thing that I like is obviously that it's quite a bit wider, even though the measurements don't seem to be quite right. I used that John Deere, what is it, Gator, whatever it's called, the spreader. It said it was 32 meters, but then when I put it on GPS, it was only 23 meters. This says it's 32 meters, but it's going over the top of the John Deere spread. And as you can see, I don't know, is that 32, 10 meters extra? Maybe, I don't know. But this is the truck that we're going to use, so yeah. I don't think I want to keep trying different things. If I find a mod that looks really good, I might use that. But for now, we're just going to stick to this guy. Like I said, we're back to field 8 to check up on the worker. What had happened, he didn't get stuck, he fell into a ditch and he couldn't get out. So this is why I'm just extending the field a little bit. Not the field, sorry, extending the headland a little bit so he has more space to turn around. You know, surprisingly, he's doing a really good job. I honestly did not expect him to do this. I thought he would do one line or something and then just call it quits. So the fact that he's doing it surprises me. So yeah, looks good. I'm impressed, to be honest. So we'll let him go. All we're doing is we're just finishing things up. Like I said, as you can see right here, the map is fairly rough, and I'm sure that that's how it's been designed, not by accident but by choice. So I am going to be very curious to see how this operates as far as being able to plant and all that sort of stuff in this area. I'm sure that this is meant to be like what you get normally with maps, with reality as far as your waterways. So I'm sure that that's what the point of all of this is. I am going to change this tractor out, not because I don't like it, because I like the tractor, but purely because I can't use courseplay with it. It does not seem to want to work with courseplay. And playing by myself on this map, I can't afford to have to do the plowing all by hand. All by myself. That just doesn't work at all. So because of that, either that or I'm just gonna I'm just gonna add another tractor to it that I can use courseplay. So I may end up getting 2 plowing tractors, and they're just gonna be purely for plowing and nothing else. Because as I've just shown you, I barely was able to do this. So you look how much plowing I've got to do still. So because of that, actually that, I just thought about it as I was thinking right now. So I'm just going to get another tractor to cover the plowing. So that way I'll have 2 tractors that are plowing, and I'm going to get the same plow. That way I can probably try and use, especially on the bigger field, use the same tractor. Use 2 tractors on that field. I like the fact that it's rough. I just hope that it's not going to cause too many issues when it comes to harvesting. But other than that, we should be doing okay. So I'm just finishing this up, and then actually let's see if I can get on worker. Oh no, wrong angle. And as we all know, with workers these days, if you're just a little bit on the angle, they don't fix themselves up. Alright, I will get another tractor and I'll come back. Alright, so we are on field 21. So we set up the courseplay to do to set 2 tractors on to plow this field. It is the only way that I could probably keep up with doing the work. So machinery wise, we've got everything kind of. But we've got everything that I'm gonna buy, or I'm gonna add money to buy. So this is it, all our machinery from now on. We'll be working towards buying whatever else we need, including the upgrading of our equipment. I'll have a look, see if the convoy is enough. I put it at 160 meters, but there is some tight, as you can see, there is some tight areas, but it should be okay. Yeah, there is some tight areas, so we'll see how we go. I've learned how to do this by watching on YouTube. Not 100% up to date with every little detail about doing this type of thing. Setting up 2 or 3 machines to work on one field. So, yeah, so hopefully this will work out. I've got, as you can see, 2 of the same tractor. I had to sell the other tractor, even though I like the other tractor. This is slightly newer tractor than the other ones. This is 2001, between 201 205, and the other one was, I believe, in the 1990s somewhere. But unfortunately it didn't work with courseplay, so it's impossible for me to do. You can imagine fields this size, for me to sit and plow and be here for hours, and if the map, it gets boring. You're very quickly getting sick and tired of, you know, doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. So let's see how much he leaves behind. Quite a bit. Okay, so what happened here is tractor number 1, which is the tractor that you see here standing still, got stuck on some trees behind there. So I went in to fix it. Now tractor number 2, the trees there in the corner, tractor number 2 should have waited 160 meters behind it, but it didn't. It literally just ran over the plow of this tractor with the tractor and the plow. And now tractor number 2 is tractor number 1. So interesting. I wish I would have caught it in recording, but anyway. That's what happens.
She's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her my heart covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take it into her side. La 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 la.
Thank you very much for watching. Again, I appreciate your support for my channel. Thank you very much to the new subscribers. The channel is very slowly growing, but I'm thankful that it is growing. So thank you very much. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Please share my video if you like the content. Please leave a comment. I like to know where you are from and you know what you think of my content. So again, be kind to each other in this unkind world. And yeah, God bless you and have a wonderful day wherever you are. See you next time.